Stephen Wayne Rochon, U.S. Coast Guard, Rear Admiral. The Coast Guard was half my life, more than half my life. And I can't think, and I tell people this often, there wasn't a bad command in my entire career. Every one was different, but the experiences, I walked away with something great from every single command. Again, I'll go back to New Orleans as being a great experience. But even beyond that, my last job was only a year before the White House called me to come work there. And being in charge of such a large area, the logistics, the maintenance for the entire Coast Guard, for 3/4 of the United States, and like I say, Caribbean, Africa, and the Middle East, and having the opportunity to go over there to take care of our Coast Guard men and women that were serving our country in that environment. Unfortunately, one of them was killed during the Iraq War. That's the only one that we lost during the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard lost. The other services, of course, suffered much serious losses being on the front line. But having that experience to go over and take care of people that were taking care of others was very rewarding. And I had that experience when I was Director of Personnel, which, to answer that question even directly, in the Coast Guard, having that job right during Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, which was the most devastating natural disaster that this country has seen, wiped out cities across at least 4 states, including my hometown, and seeing these Coast Guard men and women being lowered down on top of rooftops and having to borrow axes and hatchets from the fire department because the Coast Guard helicopters didn't carry such equipment, but they had to chop through rooftops to rescue people. And in my job in personnel management, I had to think about the people that were doing those jobs, because day in and day out, sometimes 24 hours a day, they were actually risking their lives to save other people, and their families were displaced because they could no longer stay in New Orleans or in Mississippi or in Texas or in Florida. And so they were displaced. And after a while, people started forgetting about those families. And so my job was to make sure that they were taken care of, so these rescuers can go out with a clear mind, knowing that their people were being taken care of as well. So I was able to fly down to the region, went to 9 different cities across Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas, to hear firsthand the stories and the experiences that these men and women, these rescuers, were experiencing with their families. And to go back to DC, and if we had to change policy or get Congress to change laws and change regulations, but sometimes just take a stand and say, I'll let the law catch up with it, but I'm going to make sure that that young wife and those 3 children were taken care of just by the stroke of a pen. So that experience in the Coast Guard of taking care of our people so they can take care of others was a great experience for me.